Yes, you can pay zero in taxes as a Canadian. Like many other Canadians, you're sick and tired of high taxes and you have every right to be. You're paying so much without getting much in return. The healthcare, politics, and law and order are all in decline in Canada, but the good news is that there is a solution. While lots of Canadian business owners today feel that their quality of life is decreasing, as such, many are looking at Dubai as a new home base. However, if you want to take the advantage of that zero tax liability you've been hearing about, you need to follow the steps in this video to the letter. Leaving Canada to capitalize on Dubai's attractive tax benefits, quality of life, and business opportunities is achievable. However, it's not a straightforward process. That's why you need relevant experts on both sides to help you safely extract from the CRA's high tax trap. So rather than just booking a flight and coming to Dubai, you need to take a meticulous and strategic approach to legally reduce your tax obligations and make sure that you don't encounter any unexpected tax bills down the line. Before we start, my name is Shiraz Waheed and I have helped more than 100 entrepreneurs move to Dubai and save millions in taxes. Now, coming back to the topic, Canada's high tax system can be very complicated to navigate, especially for a process as complex as moving to another country and declaring yourself as a non-Canadian tax resident. However, doing so is extremely important for Canadians who wish to maximize the financial benefits of the Dubai's tax environment while remaining compliant with the Canadian laws. Most importantly, you need to cut all sorts of ties to Canada that the CRA or the Canadian tax authorities might use to argue that you are still a Canadian tax resident. In other words, this is about purposefully making sure to cut off all the ties that might encourage the CRA to see you as a taxable resident despite you leaving Canada and now living in Dubai. And there are two types of ties, that is primary and secondary. Primary ties are the most important one. They include things like owning a home in Canada, having a spouse or a common law partner, and dependents residing inside Canada, or maintaining economic benefits within the country. From CRA's perspective, these are clear indicators of a residency. For example, retaining a primary residence in Canada is a strong tie to the country, and proper steps should be taken to sell or rent out that property before you move out to Dubai. Similarly, ensuring your immediate family relocates with you is crucial, as their presence in Canada can significantly complicate your tax status. Now, secondary ties, while individually less significant, can collectively influence your residency status. Some of the most common examples of secondary ties include retaining a lot of personal property, social memberships, and economic relationships within Canada. So if you have a gym membership, that could be seen as a secondary tie. Still, if you have a car, a church membership, and a bank account, on their own, these things will typically not matter. But if you have all three, the CRA might still see you as having very strong presence in Canada. So if they decide to go after you, it's going to result in a severe and potentially expensive headache. Therefore, proactively managing these ties by, for instance, selling your personal assets, terminating your social and professional memberships, and moving your financial interests to Dubai, such as your business, your banking, and your investments, can help support your case for non-tax residency in Canada. Now, within the secondary ties, dealing with your driving license, your passport, and your health insurance is an essential part of cutting off ties with Canada and establishing your new life in Dubai. These items represent not just logistical considerations, but also symbolic ties to Canada, which can impact your non-tax residency status. Upon becoming a resident of Dubai, transitioning from a Canadian driver's license to a UAE license is a straightforward process, yet it's a critical step in establishing your primary residency in the UAE. Retaining a Canadian driver's license while residing in Dubai could be seen as maintaining a tie to Canada. Now, what about your Canadian passport? Well, the good news is that unlike US citizens, you don't have to renounce your passport to take advantage of the zero tax benefits, as possessing a Canadian passport does not in itself make you a tax resident of Canada. It's your physical presence, residential ties, and economic connections that primarily determine your tax status. Therefore, holding onto your Canadian passport while living in Dubai is completely reasonable and totally expected. As you transition to your non-tax resident status, you will need to navigate changes in how you access healthcare. Leaving Canada's free healthcare system is a significant step in cutting the ties with the country, and this step means you'll need to arrange a private, international, or traveler's healthcare coverage in Dubai. This is an important consideration not just for formalizing your non-resident status, but also ensuring that you and your family's well-being is being taken care of in the new country. Now, losing access to Canadian healthcare might seem daunting at first, but you should know that Dubai offers excellent healthcare facilities and insurance options that can provide comprehensive coverage. A critical factor in determining your tax residency status is the 183-day rule. Spending more than 183 days or 6 months in Canada within a tax year can make you a deemed resident, subjecting you to the Canadian taxes on worldwide income. For those moving to Dubai, it's important to manage your visits to Canada carefully, ensuring that you do not exceed this threshold and maintaining your non-resident tax status. In fact, we recommend our clients to spend significantly less time than 6 months per year in Canada to avoid being considered a resident for tax purposes. The less time spent in Canada, the clearer your non-tax resident status becomes. And when in doubt, you can utilize the CRA's NR73 form that provides clarity on your residency status. This NR73 form is a determination of residency status form, and it can help you outline your ties to Canada and assist the CRA in providing guidance on your residency status. And for your reference, I will link this form in the description of this video. Moving from Canada to Dubai is not simply about leaving one country for another, but strategically repositioning your life and assets in a way that aligns with your new residency status. And you can do so by carefully planning and executing your move and enjoy significant tax savings and lifestyle benefits that Dubai has to offer, all while ensuring that you are compliant with the Canadian tax obligations. So if you want me to explain the entire process to you and see if it makes sense in your case, check out the first link in the description below, where I break down my 3 steps tax freedom blueprint and how it's helping my clients from Canada, Australia, UK, and Europe save millions of dollars in taxes every year. And if you want my help in doing the same for your business, book a one-on-one call with me at setuphero.com/call and we will get you sorted. That's all for now, and I will see you in the next video.